Hello everybody and welcome to the Sport Climbing Victoria Open Lead, and I'm your host Angus Cameron, and I'm joined by Sarah again. We are back with Open A's. They are already on the wall, and we've got Phoebe and Marte currently on the wall right now.
So Phoebe looked like she's cruising so far. She's already quite a little ways up, so sorry we're a little bit late on this. But yeah, I've seen Phoebe at a few boulder comps the last year or so.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen her in a lead comp yet, so super exciting. Really strong climber.
Yeah, she's been competing in the youth recently. She was at the Youth Boulder Champs, so I guess she's now trying to transition into the open category. So very exciting when the youth do that, because we really don't know what to expect some of the times. Sometimes the youth categories are very matched up with the open categories.
Yeah. And well, this makes sense. Phoebe has told us that she actually hasn't lead climbed since July, except for this morning.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. So super impressive to make
finals.
Open A finals. Amazing job, Phoebe. She also had ravioli for lunch.
Oh, delicious.
Fun fact.
Marte also says, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing the name correctly, but it says this is his first time being in a finals. So fun.
That's
Do you remember
so
your first time being in a
fun.
finals?
Well, I guess it was my first comp.
Okay, yes.
Because I've made finals every comp.
It's an experience to remember.
Yeah. I definitely remember my first climbing comp. Like I said before, it was at this gym. It was Cliffhanger in 2020, so pre-Cliffhanger renovation. Back clipped, so I'm going to fix that.
Well, that is unfortunate for the flow.
Yeah, such an awkward position as well, and Phoebe falls at the same point. Nice job, Phoebe.
So Marte seems to keep holding on.
Yeah, he's like...
through this pockety section. Really seems to be there just to tire the athletes out here.
Working hard.
Yeah, quite a reachy move.
Yeah.
As he comes off.
Oh, it looks a bit disappointed, but super good effort.
So Sasha's been climbing for a very long time. So she's got quite a lot of experience under her belt.
Yeah.
This first section on the males route as well looks very difficult to figure out. We saw Marte struggling at the start. Now Kyle's doing some struggling, but we're focused on Sasha for now.
It seemed like the last climber definitely took a while to kind of make their way a little bit further up the wall. They spent a lot of time in that lower section. Because it's a kind of awkward stemming.
Yeah, he's made his way through it now. Sasha's moving quite consistently now. Nothing seemed to have stumped her yet.
Yeah.
Moving with a lot of control for now. Kyle using his reach to get a clip in really early. That'll be really handy, because now he can do a few more moves without having to sort of stop and clip, which can really wreck the flow.
That is definitely one of the things that I notice most about lead climbing versus top rope, because obviously para climbing, at least at the moment, is done on top rope.
Yeah.
But I do most of my training when I'm not bouldering, I do it on lead. And I climb completely differently in both formats. And it's a lot easier to kind of get a flow going on top rope. At the same time, I find lead climbing is really good for my pacing, because it gives you a chance to slow down, to stop, to, reassess your life, to consider your life choices.
So like I mentioned, Kyle's spending some time resting on some rather not good-looking pockets there. But as I said, he's been training his endurance, so that might be just enough for him to just sit and kind of get some energy back. Yeah,
maybe the pockets are a tiny bit better than they look from here, but who knows? These are really, really strong climbers, so they could be resting on absolute garbage.
Yeah. She's shaking a little bit, but she is on a decent hold, so she's going to spend some time to rest now.
Yeah.
As we see Kyle slip. That would be frustrating for him, especially after spending some of that time up there resting. He seemed like he was gearing up to go really hard, and then to experience a hard move and fall off due to the difficulty rather than pump is always frustrating.
That is frustrating. But Sasha had a really nice rest there. She's moving on now. She's trying to figure out the feet and doesn't quite make it.
Yeah, that section seems to increase in its commitment levels for sure.
Up next for women, we've got Valentina.
And we have Leo for the men coming in. Just trying to find Leo's slip right now. on some fun facts. So Leo's just trying to navigate this, like, what would you even call it? Like chimney section.
Yeah.
Confident into that pocket prior to doing any clips. Seems like a bit of a thumb kind of catch there. Valentina's got some good flow going on now on the green route.
Yeah, she's looking pretty comfy so far and quite flowy.
Oh, an early slip from Leo. That would be so frustrating. Very unfortunate there. He didn't even seem like he was struggling at all. He seemed actually very stable too. That might just be unlucky.
Yeah, I actually thought he was moving through that bottom section a little bit quicker than some of the other climbers, but...
Yeah. Maybe it's that case of how we were talking about before. You need to place your foot carefully so that the base is there.
That might be it.
May have been a little too quick and flustered to place his feet properly.
That's it.
But now it's just Valentina left.
Valentina looked like she was a little bit scrappy on the wall there, but she's recomposed herself.
Found a rest on some of the crimps. Little slip there, but composes herself. Getting close to the section that we saw Sasha come off.
Looks like she's trying pretty hard at this move.
Yeah. And just misses the hold. The elbows were raising, and that is usually a good tell. Yep. So we have Sam Gullifer coming out for the men's, and we will have
Chloe for the women's.
So Sam is my co-coach, so I'll be going for Sam for sure. I believe he climbed.
You don't need fingers to climb.
No, apparently not. He's very tenacious. I would put it down to that, to be honest.
That counts for a lot, honestly,
Absolutely.
Especially in competition climbing.
Yeah. He climbed 8A only a couple of months after the finger injury as well, after he was told that he wasn't going to climb again. So
oh
amazing.
My God. So the moral of the story is don't listen to doctors.
He's found a no hands rest. See, we don't need fingers to climb.
Actually do listen to doctors, but also like...
Take it with a grain of salt, maybe.
I'm a medical scientist by training. I really should not be giving that advice. Definitely listen to doctors, yeah.
So we've got Chloe finding some flow on the route as well.
Looking nice
Sam
so far.
finding a really awkward clip there. Potentially not the best position for him.
Here's a fun fact about Chloe. She's wearing socks.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't see that very often.
She's styling in socks.
I think I've only ever seen one other open A climber wear socks.
Yeah, interesting.
That would be Dylan Marlowe.
Oh, is that a signature of his?
I think it would be at this point. There's another one, and I can't remember where he's from, but a top level climber from Europe that wears socks. Other than that, I've not seen any others.
Yeah, it's a choice.
No bias. No.
Well, technically, I wear one sock.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
true.
because I wear a sock on my right foot because my foot is made out of rubber. So, yeah, I don't know if I could get my shoe on or off if I wasn't wearing a sock on that foot.
So Sam has reached just before the high point. If he sticks this move, he would have taken over Kyle, but he will have one position higher because Kyle and Sam have fallen on that same spot, but Sam qualified in a higher position.
It was super impressive. It seemed like he couldn't quite control the momentum moving to that hold.
It's very unexpected.
Bit of
it's
a scorpion.
Yeah. I think it's a dynamic hand flip, so you got to jump over, hit left, and then swap right. But that's quite flustering on a lead route to do a boulder style move like that.
Absolutely.
Chloe's found the same rest that Sasha did earlier. We'll see if she can fare any better on these moves that precede it.
Yeah, it seems like the route turns up a little bit from this point. They give you a nice rest, and then they really put you to the test.
Yeah. I quite like the pacing of that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
It's really cool.
She's looking a little bit awkward.
Seems to be relying a little bit too much on her arms right now, but she has reached the high point, so maybe that strategy's working.
Sometimes it's scrappy, but it works.
Yeah, as she comes off, missing the blocked hold there. Yeah. So next up, we're going to have Chris Martinez and Lizzie Stratford. This is Lizzie's first lead comp.
Awesome. Let's go, Lizzie.
We love an underdog. Qualified in a middle position. Chris seems to be very level-headed when he competes from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how he goes on this, because this route certainly is demanding a lot from the mind in the way that you have to climb this.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like, probably all of the climbers that we've seen come out so far are physically capable of doing these moves.
Yeah.
But something about this route that's just shaking people up a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's like it's going from a stem into physical pockets into a hand flip dyno.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just has everything.
And he's done a double clip from the pockets. Some people have been spending a lot of time on these, but he's moving.
He's trucking through.
Yeah, let's see if he keeps trucking.
Lizzie's looking a little bit confused in this section here. She's done a couple matches and hand swaps, just trying to find her flow. Yeah. Looking around a bit frantically, but she does continue on.
She is a little bit high on those crimps and looking a little bit unsure.
You can see when the head moves a lot, they're generally pumped because they're looking around.
They're looking around, they're looking for other options.
Yeah. So Chris has just made it to the dyno. Lizzie is now resting. Oh, he didn't need to dyno.
That was not a dyno.
No dyno there.
Not for Chris. Nice work.
And there's the benefit of being tall sometimes.
Lizzie just came out of a rest. Hopefully she's been able to compose herself a little bit because she was looking a bit flustered.
Yeah. She makes it higher as well. She'll be moving towards that last rest we've seen some of the women get up to. So Chris is now in that first position, preliminary first position.
And still looking pretty cruisy.
Yeah, he's looking really good, actually.
I don't think he's trying hard yet.
No, not at all.
Lizzie's moves are starting to look a little bit desperate.
Yeah,
there we go.
Just came off before the rest. She did really well, though, despite the fact that she looked really pumped a lot earlier on. She seemed to find a rest and keep trucking.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now we just have Chris on the wall. He's made it past the volcano pockets. Does a big move. Elbows are up now. Here comes some of the bigger moves on the route as he slips.
Just a little slip.
I think he did really well, though. He did seem like he was fighting by the end there, but to have a slip is really frustrating. So we have Leroy Harley. He was here last state titles we ran.
And we got Beth Bowman on the women's side. Beth has been a comp kid since 2012, so...
Well, actually, Leroy as well has, I think it says 10 years comp experience at a national level.
Wow.
So that's a lot of experience.
Impressive.
And he has 15 chickens.
Wow, that's a lot of chickens. Leroy, what are you doing with those chickens? Why have you got so many?
It's the eggs for the protein.
Can I have some eggs? Yeah. This reminds me of Boulder State Titles when we had that guy with the Milo sponsorship.
Oh, yeah. Or you like to think he had a Milo sponsorship.
Yeah, what was that about? I didn't get any of that really Milo. Milo guy, if you're out there, I'm still waiting for that Milo.
Yeah.
Beth's looking pretty cruisy so far.
Both slow-moving climbers, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, Leroy's moving pretty slowly through this bottom section, but we've seen a lot of people move slowly through it, so...
absolutely.
Nothing to be worried about yet.
Both climbers are looking very composed. It's very impressive to see.
Yeah.
Rory has to commit to a bigger move there. Interesting hold. He seems to not be grabbing the pocket, so there must be something else I can't
it
see.
is a really textured hold, so there must be something else there that's good on it. Or he just has crazy finger strength and can grip onto anything. Maybe it's all that protein.
Yeah. I remember a coach telling me a long time ago that Leroy has the most talent they've ever seen. So hopefully he lives up to that. I can't remember who said that, but there was some kind words spoken about him.
Man, is that a blessing or a curse having someone say that about you? Beth's fun fact is that she really likes dinosaurs. That's cool. I wonder what her favorite dinosaur is.
Yeah, maybe we should ask afterwards.
I wonder if it's a Triceratops. Get it? Sarah does.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
Leroy opted to static the dyno again.
Yeah.
Or static dead point the dyno and not do the hand flip. So we've just reached a new high point.
Yep. And Beth's still looking pretty good.
Yeah. In that blocked hold.
Yeah.
She doesn't look fully pumped yet,
yeah.
and now she comes off.
No, literally as you say that and you kind of see the elbow flare out as she reached up for the next hold, it looked a little bit frantic, but really, really nice climbing.
Leroy's taking some moments to rest up really high. He's got a little knee bar in.
Sometimes even a little knee bar helps.
Absolutely.
Even if you're not like fully locked in.
Yeah.
Take some of the weight off and... Hopefully you're still feeling good. Oh, nice cross through.
Very confident on that one.
Yep.
As he crosses into the undercling pocket, he's got a big move ahead of him.
Really nice.
Makes the next move.
You can really see like the technique, the years of competition experience in a climber like this.
So I think we've reached a new high point here. So we're up to hold 32, where Chris was. He fell at hold 29. So Leroy is now in preliminary first position. He's coming onto the head wall now, so the climbing will change in style a little bit into a bit more of a technical one, and he looks pumped. That left hand does not look like it's holding on very tightly as he comes off, and that is what we were speaking about before. I think he'd be happy with that performance, to be honest. So I've got no information about Fahim. He's coming out next.
And on the women's, we've got Lucy coming out.
I think you would obviously rather be climbing the green route because of the cribs. I think I would too.
I actually think I could do a lot better on the green than the pink. And I'm not sure if that's just like I'm not seeing some of the kind of hidden complexities of it because I haven't looked at it in person, so I'm not entirely sure what some of those holds are, but it definitely looks like more my style than the pink one for sure.
And these are the best climbers in Victoria.
Yeah, they make stuff like this look easy.
Oh, we see that clip hasn't properly gone in for Lucy, so we better watch that. Yeah, it seems to be hanging on that edge. Oh, it's gone in.
So has it gone in? God. Yep, okay, that's good.
We can breathe. So Fahim's now in the pockety section. He's making it look quite a lot easier than some of the other competitors. He looks quite relaxed right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it didn't take him long to get up to that point.
No.
So Lucy actually only started comp climbing a year ago.
Wow.
So I feel like we have a lot of like fairly new comp climbers in the Women's Open A today.
A lot of talent coming through.
Yeah, but Lucy was also a part of the Urban Climb Youth Program. So she's mainly done youth bouldering competitions before this.
Yeah.
Her fun fact is also that she likes climbing, so thank God. Thank God, Lucy.
One would think that would be an assumed fact for most people. So Lucy's now getting up to that resting position, and we'll see if she decides to use it for a rest or continue. As Fahim sort of struggles through the well, not struggles, but he's moving through the volcanoes.
I wonder if that volcano has a jib in it. I feel like, I don't know.
It looked really bad from the ground. I was looking at that. I was like, I can't imagine anyone holding that. So I think there would be, but also it's hard to say.
Deep, and people don't seem to be really struggling with it.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's the experience showing.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So Lucy's moving through this complex section. She goes for a jump.
A dyno to a kind of sideways crimp. That was...
interesting decision, but she might have been very pumped.
Yeah, that's for sure. And sometimes you just want to go for the plus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So Fahim's getting close to that top position now. So He's really got to just reach that head wall if he wants to go in front of Leroy.
That's it.
This is around the spot that Chris fell off. So now I believe Fahim is now in second position.
And still looking like he's got something left in the tank.
Yeah. So he'll be guaranteed a medal at this point. We have one male competitor left to come out. As he falls off. He was looking quite composed, wasn't he?
No, yeah.
This is where I'm going to get quite nervous because we've got Jimmy Smirk coming out for the men's, and that is one of my youth squad. We've got Indiana coming out for the women's, who is also just recently out of youth climbing, I believe. Yeah. So both climbers navigating their first sections, and he's matching on that hold. Jimmy quickly into the pocket section, moved through that chimney section quite quickly.
So you knowing Jimmy and his climbing quite well, how do you think that he's going to go on this route? Do you think this is his style?
I think it's his style, but it's quite complex.
Yeah.
In the past, he's had a tendency to rush certain moves, and there's that like dyno move further up, so I worry slightly about that one. But I don't want to place any...
oh, yeah. You don't want to do
I'm quite nervous sitting here, to be honest.
He's looking good so far.
He is, yeah. Seems quite relaxed.
Yeah. And Indy's looking pretty cruisy over on the green route. It looks like while she's resting in that position, she's really thinking about what those next moves are. We've seen a couple of the women struggle at this section, but she's looking pretty cruisy. She's finding all the right holds.
So Jimmy goes for the match, and he pops up into that hold. He makes it past that move I was nervous about. So
that's good. The crowd is on fire. They're going nuts for these two climbers.
They're really barracking for the top-seeded climbers here.
Yeah. Oh, we got a backflip. Oops. Okay, he's backtracking a little bit, trying to sort the rope out. Oh, he's clipped the wrong draw.
Oh, no.
I think.
That is not good.
Yeah. But honestly,
that's
why
an
is there
easy
a draw
mistake
there?
to make, I would think. Anyway.
Oh, that's the draw for the pink route?
Yeah. We've got Indy on the rest over to the right. Both climbers are going to try and milk the rest, especially after Jimmy's mistake.
Yeah. Okay. She's moved her foot over to the left, but I thought she would maybe rest there a little bit longer. Maybe she feels like she doesn't need it.
So we'll see what Jimmy's got in the tank after that. So
yeah, hopefully that didn't take too much out of him and didn't shake him mentally too much. It honestly is just I guess one of the consequences of, having to have these comps at commercial gyms and not having a lot of wall space. The routes tend to be set fairly close to each other.
Yeah.
It's sort of unavoidable, honestly.
So Indy's getting close to that high point now as well.
Oh,
as we see both climbers fall simultaneously
fall
there.
At the exact same time.
So we've got our results for the Open A men's up. We've got Leroy Harley in first. We've got Fahim in second. Jimmy in third. Chris fourth. But
all-round amazing climbing from all of the climbers that we've seen today. I hope you guys enjoyed it at home.
Okay, for Open A male, we have an event podium, and then we will have our state podium. So for the event podium, in third place, we have from Victoria, Jimmy Smirk. In second place, we have Fahim Kandal. And in first place, we have Leroy Harley from Victoria.
Very good.
From Tasmania. Yep, sorry. Okay, so for our state champions in third place, from Victoria, well, of course, Victoria, Sam Gullifer. Second place, we have Chris Martinez. And in first place, and our state champion, Jimmy Smirk. Have Open A female, all from Victoria, so it is a Victorian podium. In third place, we have Indiana Backen. In second place, we have Chloe Gee. Okay, and our state champion is Elizabeth Bowman.